Okay, this is the removal of a tail light on a Honda Element. This is an 04. It should be a very similar practice on every year Element. We start with two 8mm bolts located inside here. With the lift gate open, you can get to these guys. Start by removing these two. Set those aside on the tailgate. And then you know the tail light seems to be hinged and stuck on the back side here. We'll turn the camera over this way. Which right here, there's a clip inside stopping us from going. The tail light needs to come toward the back of the car. Sometimes you can wrestle them free, sometimes not. This one's pretty tight, so what I'm going to use is a pry tool. On the plastic paneled elements, you don't have to worry too much about marring it, but on the painted panels, you'd probably want to use a plastic pry tool. Any kind of a screwdriver or something might work. I place it in here and then prying into the light away from the panel, and it will just pop right out. And you'll see that this is this one clip in here, and you got two alignment holes. That's what's holding that guy in there. And you'll see your wiring harnesses here. So you twist these lights to pop them out. Just quarter turns each. Remove the wire harness completely from these guys. Pretty straightforward and easy to do. Take your new housing, reroute these wires, make sure you keep track of the orientation of these lights. You'll push them in, wrestle them in there, and then give them a good turn to lock. They're snug. You can kind of see here, got little teeth. Lock that guy in here, and then the reverse light. You want to make sure you keep these guys lined up so you don't have your brake light and your turn signal, which is pretty straightforward as long as the light arrangement stays the same in the housing. If it's an aftermarket housing, you might have to shuffle them around a little bit. Reinstallation is the exact opposite. You make sure you line these guys up first. What you want to go ahead here and do by feel, once you've got them lined up, just push it into place and then push this guy back over. I'll slide the camera back over here. And you've got some play here and a little bit of adjustment room here. So what I like to do is start at the bottom, thread this screw in here. You want to make sure these guys go on here nice and straight. So before you get it too tight, you want to wiggle it around. Make sure you've got a nice straight line, you know, as close as you can get it here. That way when you shut your tailgate and your door, it doesn't look crooked and out of place. We'll snug this guy down. You're just screwing through plastic into metal, so don't go too tight because you can't break this housing if you get too carried away. Put a little too much muscle into it. And then on the top one here, go ahead and put that screw back in there too. You have a little less wiggle room on this one once the bottom's tight, but just a little pressure, push it in, get it nice and snug here, just make sure it locks into place in the right spot. Tighten that guy down, again, just nice and snug, and you're all done. That is a tail light swap on a Honda Element.